Five Finger Death Punch is apparently making a movie, plus Linkin Park is finally going to tell us what they've been teasing for the last week, and we think we have an idea. Plus, Sharon Osbourne says that the Ozzy biopic will be nothing like the Queen biopic. Stick around. Welcome to Rockfeed. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Many people who watch the show are not subscribed. If you want to support, the best way to do so is just hitting that subscribe button with notifications on so you don't miss out on breaking news and updates. Before we get to this Five Finger Death Punch news and Linkin Park news, there's a lot to get to today. I want to talk about the upcoming Ozzy Osbourne biopic. We know this is something that's been being worked on for a while, and Sharon Osbourne is expounding upon this movie. And basically, in the past, you've seen sort of really polished biopics about, music artists like Queen or Elton John, things like that. And of course, you have The Dirt, which was on the contrary. It was basically like a comedy movie. It was very edgy. And in the past, Sharon has said that this biopic with Ozzy was basically going to tell the story of, their love story, and it may. But she does also point out this is not going to be some squeaky clean family movie. She actually kind of took a dig at Bohemian Rhapsody. She said it was a Hallmark rock movie, which I thought was funny. But this is what she said during this interview with Rolling Stone. She says, our film will be a lot more real. We don't want it to be squeaky, shiny, clean, and all of that. We're not making it for kids. It's an adult movie for adults. And she referred to the Bohemian Rhapsody film as a Hallmark rock movie, saying it was for a younger generation. It was squeaky clean. It was those songs will live forever. And it turned a whole generation onto Queen's music that had never heard it before. So it was phenomenal, but I don't think it was a great movie. They changed the timing of the story and everything in it. Now, when they asked Ozzy Osbourne about the film, he's not really interested in the movie, and he says, "Don't ask me anything about it," he said in an interview back in February. "My family are involved, and I said to my wife, good luck. To get my 3 kids to agree on one thing, you've got to get up really early in the morning." He said, "Sharon wants to get an unknown actor. It's about Sharon and I and our relationship and how we met, fell in love, and how we married. She's my other half. Grew up a lot with me, and I grew up a lot with her. We celebrated 38 years of marriage just recently. I just hope it'll be a story that everyone relates to," Sharon said. "You don't have to be a fan of the music because it's a story about a survivor. No matter what life throws at you, you pick yourself up and you start again. It's just an amazing story of overcoming everything that's thrown at you in life." And how about this? Metallica is constantly doing great work with their All Within My Hands Foundation, and they are actually donating $1.5 million to 10 community colleges nationwide. So here you have it from Metal Injection. It says Metallica has expanded their foundation's work with the Scholars Initiative to 15 schools this year. Again, that's $1.5 million. They did donate back in 2018 as well. They've done this multiple times, and it will go to 15 different schools to further their career and technical education programs, meaning they want this funding to go directly to programs that are going to prepare people for the real world. It's going to prepare people for skilled jobs. And make sure when you walk out of your community college that you're actually prepared for the workforce. And that is cool to see Metallica really focusing on that. They are sort of, the blue collar band, and that's the work that they're doing with the All Within My Hands Foundation is amazing. All right, so this is pretty cool. Five Finger Death Punch is apparently working on a movie. It's unclear specifically what type of movie this is going to be, but guitarist Zoltan Bathory gave some hints in a new interview with Metal Hammer. He said, "I'm good with the gas pedal, but didn't really figure out how the brakes work yet. So even though these days I jump in a pool once a day, it's full tilt boogie here. We just built a Death Punch app, which is in the final testing phase. We're working on video treatments for the next couple of singles and working on a Five Finger Death Punch movie. I'm also designing props wherever we can tour again, designing new Death Punch merch, new signature guitars, training jiu-jitsu, and renovating a castle," which is a fun side project. And besides navigating the Five Finger Death Punch battleship, I also co-manage Bad Wolves and Fire from the Gods, so I'm pretty busy. Oh, and the Illuminati won't run itself either. Now, this is believed to be different than the movie The Retaliators that they've worked on with Better Noise Films. and they have a role in that film, but it does sound like they're actually going to produce a movie about the band, which would be pretty damn entertaining. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And then, of course, we have Linkin Park. Now, they have this basically converted their website into an old computer. And this is the band's old computer, and you can go through and there's tons of Easter eggs and content that you can find there, like alternate album covers from Hybrid Theory. And it's very clear that they're teasing something related to Hybrid Theory. And they've said for a while now that they have very big plans for the anniversary of this album. And now, whatever it is, it does look like they're going to make that announcement tomorrow. Posting this 1 hour ago on their Twitter, it says, this is the email inbox. Again, this is kind of what it looks like if you've been on their site. We had it on the other day. And Joe sends an email. He says, hey guys, I think we're all set. Let's drop the announcement tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time by a web meeting, Joe. So if you go to web meeting, is that going to be like a live stream? Probably, right? It should be. And I wonder what this could be. Now, let me lay out my dream scenario for you. My dream scenario would be that Linkin Park comes out, releases some unreleased demos from Hybrid Theory. Maybe they've remixed them. Maybe they've enhanced them. And also that they have touring plans of some sort for the Hybrid Theory anniversary shows that could potentially take place next year, which would be massive. But it would also be the first time Linkin Park has toured since the tragic passing of Chester Bennington. And it would be interesting to see what the approach would be to their live show, given that sort of that frame that they're putting it in. Without Chester there, how do you play those songs? How do you do them? Now, we've seen somewhat of a baseline framework of this from Mike Shinoda, where he went on his solo tours and he did play some of Linkin Park's music, and he would have the crowd sing it. And that seemed to be very successful for him. The crowd was more than willing to oblige and sing along to Chester's parts. And it was really an emotional experience for those who saw that live. So I think there is a path forward for this band. And regardless, to pay tribute to one of the best rock albums ever, in my opinion, it's going to be very special to see. And I'm so looking forward to what they have in store for tomorrow. And it's just going to be really exciting. All right, folks, that is all for now. Thanks so much for joining us today at Rockfeed. If you're new here, please consider subscribing with notifications on so you don't miss out on breaking news and updates. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you all very soon.